So, what's your favorite cuisine, Shivang?
Ma'am, I like a lot of variety of food, but my favorite cuisine is chole bhature.
Cartoon character. Who would it be?
Ma'am, cartoon characters have really funny. I would choose Spider-Man.
Spider Man, okay. And what is your favorite fruit?
Mango.
Where do you live?
Ha 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 ha.
Welcome to the Star Author podcast presented by Bookalooza. Today, we have young author whose book make maths not just easy but fun through poetry. He is a 6th grader, a word wizard, and probably the only person who can make reciprocal rhyme effortlessly. Please welcome the brilliant Shivang Dubey, author of mathematical poems. Get ready for fun chat filled with numbers, rhymes, and some hilarious surprises. So, Shivang, let's start with some questions. Like, can you share your experience of writing your book on Bookalooza?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I came to know about Book Alusa when my class teacher told me about it. I was very excited because I always wanted to write a book. So, I hopped onto the website and created an account. I also watched some of your tutorials, which made it really easy to write the book. And when I published it, a copy came for me also, and it was really convenient.
Okay, so Shivang, what inspired you to mix maths with poetry?
Well, I've always liked mathematics, and I I always wanted to write a book. So when I came to know about Bookalooza, I started writing a book about mathematics. But then I had another idea. Why why write it in the same old way when everyone has done that? So I thought to do something special and make poetry out of mathematics.
Okay, that is some great idea that you got in your mind. It is very unique. So, Shivang, if you had to live in a haunted house for 2 days, what are the three things that you would carry?
And firstly, if it is a haunted house, I would carry a lamp because it would be very dark. Next, I would carry some food because they are very important for me to survive. Next, I would always carry my mathematics book with me wherever I go. So that's the three things I would carry.
Okay, that is very thoughtful stuff that you would carry. But yeah, you haven't forgot your maths book. You really love mathematics, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, have you ever used your poem to convince a friend that maths is fun?
Actually, I haven't convinced a friend that maths is fun using my poems because, like me, all my friends also like mathematics. But I have used them on some other children who want to learn mathematics but are a little scared.
Okay, that is a very good initiative that you have taken, Shivang. So, which poem in your book was hardest to write?
All the poems were fun, but the one I found the hardest to write was the poem on unitary method because there was so much going on in that, but it was hard to fit it in just one poem. But still, I did it anyways, and the poem turned out to be great, and I'm really proud of that.
Okay, Shivang, that's really nice. That is very thoughtful of you actually to it. It is very difficult task to write convert a practical subject into something which is rhyming, a poetry. So it is a great work that you have done with your book. So guys, you can check out Shivang's book. The book link is given in the description below. So go and read about the poems that Shivang has written on mathematics. So, Shivang, if you woke up tomorrow as a talking calculator, what's the first thing you would say?
A calculator can mean many things. It can also mean a machine which is used for calculations, but it can also be a person who is very fast at calculations. If I was turned into a machine, I would be really shocked and I would shout something like, "How did I become a calculator?" But if I became a person and calculate sums very fast, then I would be quite happy.
Okay. So, my next question to you is, if reciprocal had a personality, what kind of person would they be?
Since reciprocals are basically the inverse of the original numbers, I think reciprocals as people would do everything opposite. From learning stuff at school, from talking, from eating food, and everything else too.
Okay. So, what's your favorite cuisine, Shivang?
Mom, I like a lot of variety of food, but my favorite cuisine is chole bhature.
Oh, so you love chole bhature.
Yes, mom.
What about rajma rice and other North Indian food?
Mom, I like them too, but just chole bhature holds a special place in my heart.
Okay, okay. And how do you like come up with cool rhymes while explaining maths in such a simpler manner, in such a fun manner?
I will admit that it is not so easy to come up with such rhymes, but the way I find is easiest is to just close the computer for once and pick up a piece of paper and a pen and then to write them. I just feel it is easier to write a poem than to type. So firstly I write it on a piece of paper, and when it is complete I type it onto the website. Also, when I'm listening to my favorite songs, it just becomes a little easier.
Okay, so that is a very good technique that you used, pen and paper technique. I assure you that would be a beneficial option rather than just jotting out your ideas directly into a book.
Yes, ma'am.
So, Shivang, if you could change one maths rule to make it more fun, what would it be?
All the maths rules are clean and concise, but there's just one which I find is a little frustrating and annoying. It is that you can't divide by zero because it creates all sorts of paradoxes. So, if we just change that and create some new rules, it would become a little easier and I think would be a lot better.
Okay, okay. And if you had to explain parameter and area to an alien, how would you do it?
Ma'am, because perimeter and area basically represent the size of the shape, I would actually let the alien feel it and understand it through their own sense. And if they can feel the meaning of perimeter and area, that would be much more better and easier than just telling them the definition. Because we can memorize anything, but we learn about it clearly only when we feel it. That's just that's just better than just memorizing everything.
Okay, okay. That is fair enough. You would let them feel the thing and let them analyze the area or parameter of a place. So, if you could like swap voices with any cartoon character, who would it be?
Ma'am, cartoon characters have really funny and sometimes even annoying voices. So I would pick one whose voice I like the most. I think if I had to swap voices, I would choose Spider-Man.
Spider Man, okay. So, can you mimic one of the dialogue or any sentence in his voice?
Ma'am, like one of the famous sentences Spider-Man says is that with great power comes great responsibility, which his Uncle Ben told him. And that is a really good lesson in real life too. So I think I would mimic that right now. He says like with great power comes great responsibility. He says it like that in a very serious voice.
Okay, okay, okay. That is really perfect. So, Shivang, if imagine your school bag could talk, what would it say about you?
Ma'am, the thing is that when I pack my bag, I usually put way too much stuff than is needed, and that is actually quite a problem for the bag and me too. So I think the bag would say, "You keep make me a little lighter," because my bag is usually very heavy.
Okay, Okay, okay. So, what's the funniest excuse you have ever given for not doing your homework?
Ma'am, I don't remember if I have any given excuses for not doing homework because I usually complete my homework. But once I remember when I was in class 4 or 5, I told my teacher that I fell asleep during the homework when I was completing it, and I think that's it.
Okay, okay. So, Shivang, if you could become a superhero based on maths, what power would you have?
I think if I became a superhero based on maths, I would like to have the power of multiplication because then I can duplicate anything and multiply it the amount of times I like. Then I would be able to duplicate my food, and I would be able to duplicate the things I like, and I would also use it for justice, and I would use my power to good use.
Okay, okay. You have got quite some idea what you would do if you got those power.
Yes.
So, do you think number have feelings? Like, if yes, so which number would be the happiest?
If numbers had feelings, I think the numbers with the most factors would be the happiest because if numbers had feelings, they would be like real people, and factors would be like the people working for them. So the numbers which have many factors, like composite numbers, will be the happiest, and the prime numbers will be the saddest because they only have two factors.
Okay, okay. So, Shivang, if you could invent a new holiday, what would it be about?
Ma'am, usually in school, when the syllabus is complete before the examination, the teachers start doing revision immediately and we don't get a single break. So I think one holiday I would like the most is that when the syllabus is complete, we get just one holiday before we start revision and preparing for the exam.
Yes, you are very correct. You school students, all the students should get this holiday. They should at
Yes,
least get a break so that they can relax their minds and then focus on giving their exams.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So, Shivang, if aliens visited Earth and you had to explain ice cream to them, then like how would you do it?
Ma'am, if I have had to explain ice cream, then let's assume that I know how to talk to that alien because it would almost be impossible if I couldn't talk to the alien and I know his language. Oh, no. So I would tell it is something cold but not too cold so you can eat it, and it is also really sweet and tasty with a crunchy texture, and it comes in many shapes, sizes and flavors. And I also, to make the alien feel it even more, I would have him taste a scoop of just one ice cream to see if they like it or not.
Okay, okay. So let's move on to our next round. That is a rapid fire round in which you have to answer only in one word. Okay. So, what's the worst thing to step on?
A banana.
You sure
Yes.
thing. And what is your favorite fruit?
A mango.
Okay. If number could smell, which one would stink the most?
I'm 13.
Okay. Why 13?
Ma'am, because, ma'am, even though I don't believe in unlucky and lucky numbers, 13 is known as the lucky number. But still, because 13 is a prime number, the calculation with it, like division and multiplication, become a little difficult, and that is a little not a little frustrating. So I think if numbers could smell, 13 would stink the most because that's the first prime number which starts to cause difficulty because the other prime numbers are really small. You could just calculate with them in our mind.
Yes, yes, you are right. Okay. So, if give a silliest name you can think for a cat.
Ketchup.
Okay. If you had to eat one thing for a week, what would you eat?
Ma'am, something like potatoes.
Okay, so you like potatoes.
Yes, ma'am.
fried fried fingers, French fries, and
Ma'am,
stuff
and
like that.
potato chips. Yes, I like that.
Okay, okay, okay. So, if you could rename socks, what would you call them?
Ma'am, I think I would call them footings because that just sounds right for something to wear in your leg. Footings. I don't know who even came up with the word socks and how does it relate to our feet.
Okay, okay. There you got some point. Like, we'll see from where the word socks originated.
Yes, ma'am.
So, if your toothbrush had a secret life, what would it do at night?
Ma'am, when we wake up before brushing our teeth, we always have to wash the toothbrush, and that takes a lot of time. And sometimes I feel lazy to brush. I think in the night time the brush would bath and clean itself so that it is already ready to brush in the morning, and everyone's time is saved, and that it will be a win for everyone.
Okay, okay. So, if you had to smell like one food forever, what would it be?
I think if I had to smell like one food forever, it would be
Hmm.
French fries because, like I like it very much.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Like the aroma.
So, what's a terrible name for a superhero?
Ma'am, I thought about this for quite some time, and I think the most stupid one would be Paper Towel Man.
Yes, it is a terrible name.
Yes.
So, if your backpack had a personality, what would it say every morning?
Ma'am, maybe it would remind me to pack it up because if I sometimes I put too much stuff, sometimes I forgot to put some things, so maybe it would remind me to pack it up properly because sometimes I put too much stuff, sometimes I put too less stuff, so it would tell me to
It
fix.
happens. It is story of everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
So, if your alarm clock could talk, what's the first thing it would insult you about?
Ma'am, I think it would insult me that I don't wake up on time
Hmm.
because that's the most normal thing that could happen to anyone who is trying to wake up on time.
Yes, yes. It is situation with everyone. We had to set like 4 5 alarms together within a gap of one minute so that we can wake up on time.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you could add one more useless subject to school, what would it be?
Ma'am, if it has to be completely useless, then I think it would be nose picking because that is very disgusting and I hate it. So,
Okay. And most ridiculous thing to wear on your head.
ma'am, a stinky skunk.
Okay. And if you could only communicate in one sound, what would it be?
Ma'am, laughing is really good for our health, so I think it would be the sound ha when we laugh. Like,
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you some questions. You have to respond in that sound only now.
okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
What's your name?
Ha ha ha.
Where do you live?
Ha 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 ha.
What are you doing right now?
Ha 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 ha.
Okay, okay.
And the third one was actually true because I was just laughing and the answer was ha ha ha.
Yes, yes.
That's
You are
really good
correct.
logic.
Yes. So, Shivang, like if your bed could talk, what would it complain about the most?
Ma'am, usually when I wake up, I just go to school and I forget to make my bed. So maybe it would complain to me that like you don't make me up every day.
Okay, okay. It is a problem for again many of us. We
Yes, ma'am.
forget making our beds, but we should.
Yes, ma'am. It is a good habit to make our bed before leaving outside.
Yes, it is. It is. So it's time to wrap up the session now. That was an absolute blast. Who knew maths could be this interesting. A huge thanks to Shivang Dubey for sharing his creativity and making numbers dance with words. If you haven't checked out Mathematical Poem yet, you are missing out on some serious fun. Do check out his book available on our bookstore. Link of the book is given in the description box below. So, keep writing, keep exploring, and remember, maths isn't scary. It's just need a little rhythm. So, until next time, happy reading and happy learning. Thank you, everyone.